short term of greatest concern.
Yes, so many people affected by this, so many people potentially to be affected by this severe weather outbreak that we continue to watch rolling through the Midwest. Of course, with this, we have plenty of storm chasers out in the field. That's where we now want to bring in storm chaser Lucas Munzlinger. Lucas, you are currently situated in Staunton, Illinois. Now you're heading back out to the west into St. Louis. Of course, now the storms are well off to the east of you, but what have you seen so far this afternoon?
I've seen a lot of tree damage and subdivisions and around the town of Chatham, Illinois, and it was pretty mind-boggling to see all that. And thankfully, there was no houses significantly destroyed.
That is good to hear, Lucas. We're seeing some of the pictures, probably some of the video that you've also taken this afternoon. Can you describe to us what does a chase like this entail? Of course, we're talking about now a derecho racing off to the east at 60 to 65 miles per hour. I'm sure as a chaser, it is hard to stay on the east side of this line. So what are some of the challenges that come with this, and how did you try to overcome that this afternoon?
We tried to stay ahead of it a little bit, and pretty much it was definitely really intense, very windy, and very rainy for sure. A lot of it too is a lot of traffic conditions, a lot of people trying to pull over, and especially with semi trucks getting blown around on the freeway, and yeah, it gets it's really relatively quick too.
That is maybe the one silver lining that many of these communities, they see that really quick hit, but at the same time, it causes people to prepare, especially quick as these storms race off to the east. You mentioned cars pulling over, but also those semi-trailers. Were you noticing, generally speaking, were they pulling over as well?
We've seen some semi-trucks rolled over on the side of the highway, and a lot of them didn't even stop. They just continued on, which really concerned me a lot because semi-trucks are a very big threat to other vehicles around them, especially when they're very high profile.
Right. And have you ever seen anything like this? I'm sure as a storm chaser, you have dealt with your fair share of severe weather, whether it be a tornado outbreak and now this derecho outbreak. How does this compare to your past experiences?
This one's a lot newer, very, very new. I've never chased a derecho before. I've chased an MCS, but nothing on this scale before. And we're probably going to see a lot more of this now since we're going into the Ring of Fire season, as what us chasers call it.
Right.
So a lot more MCSs and probably a lot more potential setups for these type of severe events.
Very summer-like weather pattern that we're seeing, of course, with this high pressure bringing the heat. Some of these storms, of course, pivoting around this storm chaser, Lucas Munzlinger. Thanks so much for the chase, of course, this afternoon. And thanks for joining us here on Fox Weather.